Come on in, take a sip. Let's wind down. Happy Saturday to everyone. It is time to jump into that Saturday grid. But today we are having a Chateau de Lastours. This is a 2019 Arnaud de Berre. Looking at the white light right now, it produces a gorgeous platinum halo, but it is a transparent red. It's bordering translucent. The imagery, the keys, the time on my watch face, slightly obscured, right? But yeah, this looks gorgeous on the nose. It's cassis, and it's got a sort of metallic minerality that kind of focuses the attention of your throat, and it's quite a lovely experience. And it's perfectly dry with these floral notes. The cassis is very powerful. We've got some honey in this one. It's really an interesting thing. So if you have somebody that likes sweet wine, but they don't want to drink sweet wine, or you don't want to have to drink sweet wine, but you want to make them happy at the same time, this might be a good alternative. Because again, the nose kind of fools the brain and the taste buds, and it's kind of a nice thing. This finishes beautifully. No tannins to speak of. It's soft. It's on the bolder side. Definitely complex, and we've got 4 solid flavors trying to punch through there. It's fabulous. This is an outstanding wine. Here in Germany, and I'm assuming all over Europe, this French vino ran, I think, about 19-20 euros, and so it's definitely affordable here. I don't know how that would work in the UK or in the US or elsewhere, but fabulous wine. If you can get your hands on one, it'd be worthwhile. It will go with just about anything, but I would say that right there is just begging for something spicy. The exact opposite of what I had for dinner, which was an omelet. Yeah, pretty much an omelet. So boring, I know, but they're delicious. I got really good at making a French omelet a while back. I mean, it's just perfectly, a pale yellow, the butter, the chives. I cut them up fresh, got them growing right there in the kitchen by the window there by the sink. It's just a wonderful thing. Oh gosh, yes. Let's hop into our grid. See what we got. I can't be sitting around thinking about how wonderful dinner was when I'm not going to get one again until 24 hours from the last one. So just try not to think about it too much, right? So we got a Michael Lieberman construction. This should be a Lieberman construction. Okay, yeah, I think we might have a challenge on our hands. Edited, of course, by Will Shorts. So let's just see just how this is really on us today. Let's see what we got going here. Okay, so source of the line, whatever goes upon 4 legs or has wings is a friend, and that's Orwell. I can't get George Orwell to fit in there. It would be too long, so I guess we're going to go with the name of the book, and I do believe we're talking about Animal House here. Animal Farm, excuse me. I don't know where I got the Animal House. I think I was thinking of the cult classic movie. Perhaps I should watch that again. Blank and Estes, the bestest 56 campaign slogan, and I think that's Adelaide Stevens. Try to refresh my mind on how to spell Adelaide. Country that is more than 50% desert. Okay, let's go with Israel. And I guess it could be Italy. I don't know. I don't think so. Not in that way. There's a lot of dry spots there. I don't think very many deserts, if any. Okay, so bass output. Or is it base output? Yeah, this is the kind of thing I'm talking about with the Lieberman. So, can we be real for a second? Let's face it. Yeah. There won't be much flippancy coming out of my mouth today. Winter airs. Now, are we looking for no L's? If so, it could be Bass Ale. That's clever. That's very clever. Prefix with change. How about an interchange? Nailed. Futz around with. Maybe mess around with it. Federal agency that investigates arson, alcohol, tobacco, firearms. Hawaiian for long is Loa. So this could be done to a T. And we can check that, of course. So, question, exclamation mark in mathematics. This is involving factoring, perhaps. Factorize. We'll have to get there. But I do believe we've got a factor that we could put in there. Spicy alternative to a Frito. I've never had one. I think when these things were invented, I had already eschewed carbohydrates for life. But those are Takis, I think. Let's see. Top unit could be the A-Team. Yeah! Witty A-Team. That thing, right? Frenetic bursts of energy in pets, colloquially. Oh, I see this on YouTube all the time, and I don't know who's... Like, I log in all over the world, right? It seems, I'll go to somebody's house and we're watching YouTube, because let's face it, it's kind of just fun to watch YouTube almost for everything. But they're getting the ads, and I don't like the ads, right? So then I'm like, let me just log in with mine, and then I never log out. And so I have no idea half the time where I'm getting some of the crap that's coming up. But yeah, I've seen this. I don't remember the word for it, but it'll come to me. Japanese energy healing technique, and I think that's Reiki. Calling. Are we talking about a métier? Maybe? Oh, zoomies. Yes, okay, got it. Zoomies. Yeah, I think I was looking that up, and it's like it makes an acronym FRAP, frenetic, random. I don't remember. Anyway, something crazy like that. But yeah. Animals just going nuts. I mean, like, it shows goats and dogs and all kinds of stuff. I mean, it's pretty funny videos. I mean, if you care. Showing exasperation in a way. Yes, sirree. Well, I don't want to just gamble too much with anything in this grid. I can tell right now, this is an extremely challenging run here. National Merit Scholarship Qualifying Exam. No idea. The lowest form of human behavior per John Oliver, and those would be puns. I am a huge fan of John. I think the world of him. North African egg and tomato dish. Shasuki. I don't remember. I hope we can get this on the crosses. So this is maybe the P set. All right, and nope. Maybe As a linguist, I would argue that there's an N in two of them. It's very slight, but I would argue it's there. Zippo could be nada. Small drama, probably a skit. Ooh, okay. I'm responsible for what happened. Is this like your AI generated, buddy in the future? I'm sorry, Christopher, but I am responsible for what has happened. Okay, that's on you then. That's on me. Museum offering with a headset. I guess we're looking for maybe an audio tour here. Okay, so yeah, shakshuki. I made it one time with my tangine pot. I mean, it was so good. And I went and bought some shawarma meat at the little delicatessen. And yeah, that was good. That might be what's on the order for tomorrow, actually. Might just be what's on order for tomorrow. Cry for help. How an SOS. And yeah, okay, so same thing. Shuki. I need to do that, so. Subatomic particle that binds quarks together. And this is a great one because I always remind myself it is the binder of quarks that binds with the glue on. And not that anybody else is a total physics nerd, but if you are, there's a little mnemonic device for you. Pistol brand, how about a Glock? And malarkey could be hokum. Yeah, this is not an easy grid. This would not be for the faint of heart. I tell you what, maybe sighing is a show of exasperation. Rather kind exasperation, if you ask me. Get out of my way. We just had this a few days ago, and the answer was move. And I guess today it's going to be a honk, honk. Got it. Long spell could be an eon, or the average German word. Where are you going? Do the Abfallwirtschaftszentrum. That was one word. Whatever. Oh, it should be like I care. So I guess shuker. I'm happy to have gotten that far with it. Okay. So we got our métier here and poetic preposition. How about an or? Request from someone getting dressed. Maybe zip me up. Löwenbräu product. You never see it spelled correctly like that. That's nice. Löwenbräu. So for those of you who did not know, Lowenbräu in German would be Löwenbräu. And then this would be ein Bier. So rays could be beams. And okay, so ubiquitous figure during the holiday season, and I'm assuming a sale price. Norwegian hunting dogs. I do believe those are elk hounds. There's a couple of those in my building here. Yeah, I think there's pretty impressive looking animals. Franchise based in Vegas and New York, among others. Maybe CSI. Boy, they have really made some money off of that thing, huh? Subject of some interpretive work, I guess American Sign Language, so it'd be like factorial. Okay, very nice. And so like some tournaments. How about Pro-Am? And let's see, tries to talk smoothly in slang. That's, Oh, I don't want to wait. I want it to come to my mind. I've heard this. This is kind of a new phrase. All the cool kids are saying it. I'm not going to remember it. And I don't want to bore you to death while I'm trying to remember it. So how some people self-identify, perhaps. It's me. It's me. Stakes of some bar bets. I have no idea. Loser pays, loser buys, loser, I don't know. Gets out of the way as hair, perhaps ties up. Physical therapy before an operation, familiarly. We talk about prehab all the time in healthcare, we really do. I mean, it's a thing. Draw out could be to prolong. Okay, I tell you, I am loving this grid because it is not just letting me just dance my way through it. We're not waltzing across this grid today. This is putting a lot of thought into my brain pan. Okay, so one-time union member, abbreviation. I'm going to just take a wild guess here and just say we're talking about a Soviet Socialist Republic. Seems to be the fair. Spitz game. Spitz game, that's what it is. I like that. Intervals. Gaps, maybe. Blackthorn berry would be a slow. Yeah, loser pays. Okay. Oh, fun gift. So tending to get fixated, say, could be anal. Made using traditional methods. How about artisanal? And else. Okay, very nice. I'm loving it. I really am. Tribe and Killers of the Flower Moon. I have not been able to bring myself to watch this movie, but I've read so much about it. It just seems like it's going to be incredibly hard to watch. So I made it through Saving Private Ryan and Schindler's List. I can probably get through Killers of the Flower Moon, but still, some of that stuff really hurts. Son of Isaac and Rebecca. I mean, Esau, I think we're talking about. Weighed down. How about laden? Was way too keyed up in modern slang, and I think that's had no chill. I learn a lot from the TikTok audience specifically. Because it seems like of our followers there, friends of the community on TikTok, I think they all range between 14 and 30. And so sometimes I get a compliment, I'm not sure if it's a compliment. I'm like looking it up to make sure it was okay. Kind of like we were talking the other day about the goat and the chili peppers and crap. When I was a professor and I was an attending professor at a university in North Texas for a bit. And then there was this Rate My Professor website, and I had all these chili peppers. I thought it meant that maybe I was terrible or something or whatever. But no, my wife was like, "Oh no, that's a good thing." When they called me a goat one time, the greatest of all time. Oh, okay, thanks. Well, that's cool. Then I get called other things that aren't exactly nice either. So that's cool. Manchego, Corrado, or Asiago da Levo. Aged cheese. Month when Supreme Court terms begin, and that would be October. So, director and co-star of 2013's The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, and that was Ben Stiller. And poet Shel Silverstein. Commentator. All right, Spud. And pictures output, how about a spiel? Eponymous Belgian tourist spot would probably be Spa. So we've got beat is a pulse. And Renata Adler, the New Yorker. So how did we do, Bob? Yeah, this was a tight grid. I had nothing. There was nothing I could have said during other than wow, right? And now afterwards, there's nothing I can say. I have got nothing. I might be wanting to try to spit some game here, but this was a fabulous grid. Michael Lieberman, man, you knocked this one out of the ballpark. Wow. And oh gosh, that was a circuitous grid. That was absolutely bordering on obtuse, and I loved every second of it. So very well done. Let's go ahead and bring down our Benier Dad Dieu. Yeah, just absolutely phenomenal. It was a wonderful grid, and it was really nice to have you all here. Please remember, we're recruiting. I'm looking for solvers. Maybe I need to put together a video on it and post it separately, something along the lines of what would be the deal. But I need to find some guest solvers because I've got vacations coming at some point in the not so distant future. And so it'd be nice to get spun up with a few folks. And so just shoot me an email. Let me know. I would love to have you on as a guest solver. I would love to pick from the community versus going outside that. So if it's at all possible, if it's something you're interested in doing, let me know. I'm happy to do that. In the meantime, until we see you again, my name is Christopher. I'm delighted that you were here to solve this grid with me today. It's always an attempt, and it's always fun when we get there successfully. And I owe a lot of that to the community and just for giving me the pep and the sustainment strategies that you do. You make me feel like there's some purpose here, and I just appreciate that to no end. So thank you all so very much. Until tomorrow, when we'll meet for the Sunday Ginormity, ich wünsche Ihnen einen schönen Tag noch. Auf Wiedersehen. Tschüss, Servus, Grüß Gott, ciao. Cin-Cin, bis später, bis dann, bis morgen. Be well. Take care of yourselves. Be nice to strangers, will you? Cheers.